Big Fly.
Multimedia.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Holidays are over. 2017 has begun. And to kick it off, I bought myself a new camera. Let's check it out. Alright, we've got the Thi Eye I60e action camera. This is a 4K Ultra HD capable camera. I am not going to review the 4K function on this because I do not have a 4K display to review the footage on, but it also shoots 1080p, 720p, and of course 4K. You can do 12 megapixel photos. There's an app that works through Wi-Fi where you can control a camera with an iPhone or Android phone or device. It takes up to 128 gig micro SD cards. It has to be class 10 card to do the 4K video. 2-inch LCD screen on the back. Works great for framing up shots. And the lens is a 170 degree field of view. It also does slow-mo at 1080p at 60 frames per second or 720p at 120 frames per second. And it also does time-lapse videos, which I have a video that I took, which I'll show you a little bit later. So this is the camera. It comes with the waterproof action case, I guess you'd call it, and the base. Comes with 2 batteries and a USB cable. That is about it. There's some extra adhesive pads as well. So let's check out some footage that I shot. Alright, this is not a stabilized camera. So you can see if you're out walking around, I had the camera attached to my head. This is what it looks like right out of the camera. I wanted to experiment, so I warp stabilized this shot, the same shot you just saw. We're just replaying it. I warp stabilized this in Premiere. And this is a time-lapse photo that I took of my 20-gallon aquarium. This was shot over the course of 4 hours at 1 frame every 10 seconds. And I think it did pretty well. Fairly impressive for a camera that I paid $62 for. A lot of features and a lot of options. And this is the primary reason why I purchased this camera. To be able to put it in the water with the fish in my aquarium room. I have plenty of options for shooting video. I've got the iPhone, I've got my Canon DLSR. I have a little mini handy cam, but you can't put them in the water. And the cases for putting a DSLR underwater and keeping it protected are outrageously expensive. So this was a really good option for me. $62, pretty much complete. The only thing I had to buy separate was a micro SD card. It did not come with a micro SD card. But I was able to pick up a 64 gig class 10 micro SD card for about $15, and 64 gigs, the battery in the camera will die before I would run out of space on the camera. So yeah, not bad. I'm really fairly impressed with this camera. As you can see on the video here, I'm feeding my fish. I haven't been able to see my fish up close like this until getting this camera, so definitely a good buy. You know, the image stabilization is non-existent. It's a very shaky camera. There's no mechanical or digital image stabilization in the camera. I can live with that. I have other cameras that can do that. This one can do its job underwater, and I'll be happy with that. The other fault that this camera has, and from what I understand, it's pretty much the same with any of the sports action type cameras, is the audio is horrible. I think the audio is exceptionally bad on this camera. It is absolutely unusable. So all of the audio that you're hearing in this video is from different sources. It is not coming from the Thi Eye I60e. The only thing you're getting from the Thi Eye I60e are the images. But outside of the image stabilization and the audio, I still think this is a good buy. I mean, $62 to be able to put it in the water. I'm going to be able to let my daughters use this camera and not even worry about it if it gets ran over by one of their cars, whatever. I mean, it was $62. Definitely a lot of value for 62 bucks. Definitely recommend checking it out if you don't If you don't have a camera for your fish room that can go underwater, or if you need something to take to the beach with the kids, I would definitely check this out. This is definitely worth the money. Never used a GoPro, so I can't compare it to anything, but they got my $62 and they can keep it. Alright everybody, so that's the ThiEye I60e 4K camera. Though I didn't test it in 4K, what I'm seeing on 1080p is very usable. I really like this camera. I'm hoping it lasts for a long time. With low-priced electronic devices like this, you just never know. So everybody, please take care of yourselves, take care of your cameras. Peace!